So I actually didn't think I was going to get this done today, but we are now to bag 20, and that's it. Bag 20, according to this, is pretty much just the tail, and once you get it in, it just clips on the back. I mean, this is pretty solid. Everything's nice and firm. You just got this little two little prongs here for it to clip in. Yeah, there we go so far. And we got his little mouth. The mouth doesn't really move, but I mean, you get that. The ears move. We'll go over all that stuff once he's completely done. And then and then the head makes his chest pop off. So, all right. Well, I think if you move it too far, yeah, it's gonna hit something. But all right, we'll get that put back on, and we'll start building the tail. And then that's it. Hard to believe. Wow, a lot of pieces and a lot of time, but definitely worth it in the end. The cats are trying to figure out why I'm spending so much time with this thing instead of them. But just real quickly, this is bag 20. I didn't think the tail part was going to be that big, but man, look at all these little pieces. There's actually quite a bit of stuff here. More than I thought there was going to be, because I don't remember there being this many pieces like just for the legs. And those were pretty solid. This looks like it's going to be mostly hollow. So we'll see. All right, I must say I've been pretty impressed up until the tail. So this is the extra spare parts, and this is the tail. And I thought it was going to be very similar to the legs. Very thick, very heavy, and it's actually not. It's like they got to this and didn't know what to do. So this whole inside part is pretty much hollow. And these outside curved pieces, they only snap in like on this small little section. Like there's only 2 pins or 4 pins, and that's it. So if you kind of bump this at all, it actually comes undone. And this little corner piece is kind of weird. That's thing that's on this little pivot, and they gave you a spare one of those, which looks like this. So this only clips in just with the one thing, and then a little triangle piece like hangs off of that. So that's kind of bizarre, and can't really get that like to be perfect. This has got a strange gap, like when I was putting it together, a strange gap on both sides. Funny little gray pin there. That's where, yeah, so like, see, if you turn this around, you look, you got those 2 white, and there's kind of a gap. And then over here, you've got one here. I was gonna look for see if I got a spare black to put there instead, because that's kind of unusual. And then this, which I went through and I actually here, let's pull this out. I redid this. I mean, I pulled this apart because on the outside here, yeah, that matches what you've got there, right? And then on the inside, you see that's all smooth, and you got this gray. And then again, you know, if I have a spare gray one, or a spare dark gray, or like I said, black, because that's very unusual. And then this thing, on the outside, it matches because it's got the pins on the outside, so that matches when you connect this together, because I know the tail is supposed to be able to move a little bit. So you you snap this into place, right? Or you try to anyway. Yeah, so you snap that into place, see? So like it shows here in the picture, this thing, you know, can move a little, right? And then you've got this pin here for the end of the tail. And there's the end of the tail. You know, looks pretty normal. Kind of just slide that in. There. So now if you want, you know, by his feet, you can kind of angle the tail like that. Now on the inside, from the foot perspective, when you put this in the back, you can see this little piece. And look on the inside. So the inside's black with this gray line and this little white piece. And then look at this unfinished piece here. And I looked for, like, you know, if there was a snap cover or something, and there's not. So look how strange this is. Because if you put the tail like this and you don't do anything with it, yeah, it kind of lines up with the foot and you don't notice it as much, but it's like the only unfinished piece. And again, I don't have any spare, there's no spare covers or little pieces or little black, you know, flat pieces that I can put there. I've got, you know, plus those are opposite, you know, they clip in. So that's an unusual part. I mean, look at it. It's not finished. And then unfortunately on here, you know, just going through again, I'm like, did I miss something? And it's not, because that's the piece. So see, if go back here to building this, I just tore this all apart and rebuilt it again. You've got this piece. You've got these single pieces. So when you put this piece, that's actually it here on the bottom. So that's the two piece here on the bottom, snap together. So that's it there on the bottom. That's it there on the bottom, right? And I don't have that, like, I mean, it's not upside down because it'd be even worse then. And here it is, and that piece would be on the bottom here, snapped on the bottom. So that would be the angled piece, right? And then that piece would be on the bottom. And if you look here, that's the angled piece, and that would be the unfinished piece on the bottom. So yeah, that's kind of it's kind of disappointing. Otherwise, yeah, spin this around. Let's move this stuff. Spin this around like this, and this guy just clicks in like that. Well, presses in. If you pick this up, I mean, the tail is kind of okay. You move it around like that, and then see, you can adjust the tail a little bit to kind of match the foot, but you would see that little spot. So you can angle his feet, and there you go. Pretty solid and very heavy. Yeah, I don't totally agree with that. That's kind of a little cheesy, but that's definitely cool. As long as you don't push down and that little piece of this catches the chest plate and then that falls off. So yeah, that basically, there's the tail. Do the very end. You clip it. See, they don't show you the other side. They just get to here and say, oh, yep. Then curve the tail, plug it in here, and there you go. You know, you're basically at the end, 273 or whatever. And they don't, yep. And then you get to the very end. And I guess I never went through this to see like all the pieces and what they call them. So I guess there was reference, but and I like the way they did this they did that at the end. That's actually kind of cool. I think that's pretty funny. See there, that's when they say, oh, you can have him with his mouth open, but it doesn't open. You have to put that one piece in that's got the pink with the little red tongue, and you could do that and put it in instead. So, all right, well, put those in the bag. And for anybody else that's done theirs, I would be curious to know. Let's dump this all out. I'd be curious to know for anyone else, did you end up with, yeah, see there's a little mouth, so when it's open he's like, rawr, which this piece, I don't know, that piece doesn't look right. I don't think it looks finished. So yeah, this I discovered is the tool, in case you need to pry parts apart. I'm not sure how that works. And then this is all the spare pieces. We'll rule this out because we know what that is now. And then this is everything I was left with. Like I said, I don't know, just seems like a couple of these should go someplace, a couple of those should go someplace. If I had the, yeah, see there's a spare cover piece, unfortunately, and then there's a white one. See, if I even if I had another, let's see, if I had another black one, I could put a little dot on his head, like that. And the black ones, two of these, up here would actually look good and would cover up those. Yeah, but I don't have. Nope, I don't have like 2 of anything or 3 of anything. So it is what it is, I guess. Whoop! All right, I'm gonna have to go do that and fix his ears. So otherwise, yeah, pretty impressive. So I would say I have about 1,700 pieces, and there's about 10 that are spare, not being used. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab that real quick and show the cats, because I don't know where they went. I thought they would be jazzed about this, having another cat in the house. All right, well, thanks for sticking with me through the build. Hope you enjoyed it. I was gonna do time lapse on it, but I knew I was not gonna be able to sit down and do the whole thing, in one day. So this was about the best that I could do. Cat seemed to be totally jazzed about it. Not really. What about you? Yeah, she doesn't care either. What about you? Yeah. She couldn't care less. But I am very excited about it. figure out where to put this on display, maybe downstairs, and take it from there. So yeah, I'll probably group these all together as one big video in case you care to watch it again. Otherwise, we will see you on the next one.